What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodshed, and today we're starting back up everybody's favorite series, Fix That Rush. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so we're back. We're here with another episode of Fix That Rush, your guys' favorite series. Before we get started, just to let everybody know who's new here, Fix That Rush. We rushed an account during Hammer Jam last year, all the way to Town Hall 14 as far as we could, with basically level 1 everything, and here we are fixing the base and trying to catch everything up. Now, I do have a sad omission that I need to talk about here at the very start. I did have some recorded right here, and something happened with the filing, and I can't use it. Something happened, and it absolutely will not let me use it. Something about the audio and the video is not linked up together, and because I record them together, it screwed up. So I apologize ever so severely. Thankfully, I noticed it while all the upgrades are still going, so I can at least break down to you guys what I did. And hopefully you guys don't hate me. We had tons of money, right? What we actually ended up doing, we did a ton of walls. As you can see, we're actually all up to the Town Hall 9 walls and some of the Town Hall 10s. We upgraded a clone. We're upgrading the pet house. And again, thankfully, everything is still upgrading. So at least you're not going to get to miss out on what actually did. Sometimes when something happens to the video, you guys are like, oh my god, I really didn't get to see what happened. And in which it doesn't really seem all that sure what he did, which is not that surprising. But I got the pet house upgrade, I got the Barbarian King, I got the Archer Queen, and then I got 2 of these gold storages. Yes, we are finally catching them up with the elixir storages. Which is pretty nice, right? One thing I didn't do is I didn't do any levels on this stuff right over here. So I do actually think that'll be what we end up doing this episode. And partially just because we absolutely have the ores for it, right? So we're just going to go ahead and level these up as more or less as much as we can. Giant Arrow actually maxes out, which is going to be pretty cool for us. But I'm not going to waste too much time on this part of the episode right here just because I screwed up. So we're going to cut to a nice set of upgrades. I'll have a ton of money for you guys. Let's go ahead and cut to that. Again, I'm so sorry. Alright, we're back. And again, sorry everybody for the scuffed intro, but I've double checked everything now, and I'm going to immediately put this back together as soon as I am done. We're back. We got a ton more loot, and I kind of talked to my chat about this while I was streaming. For those of you guys who don't know, I stream Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and now I think I'm going to be adding Thursdays on there. If you guys want to, you're welcome to come by and see my stream. You actually see me record on some of these accounts ahead of time. But we're not going to worry about that right now. What we are going to worry about is upgrading our clone spell. That's what #1 priority I want to be, since we're messing with the Super Yeti so much and thoroughly enjoying it. I also do want to upgrade the dragons, but I don't feel like paying the $240 for that to happen. It's got 2 days on it. We'll kind of see what everything looks like at the end there. I got 2 days on the last storage that needs to be upgraded. What's the next storage level after that? So that is Town Hall 14 storage after that. So that's actually really good. That's 2 days on that, and I do want to try and have these army camps done or close to done completely by the time this episode is over. That's kind of my hope here. So I'm going to do at least one of them. I'm not going to be able to do any more than that. You also notice we got the pet house completed. That is actually a huge, huge win. Not that it's going to do a whole lot for us in particular, but it is nice to have, right? Like that's just never something you can complain about. And you know what? We'll actually do that because that makes more sense to my brain. So let's do that. Of course, we are going to do some Dark Elixir upgrades too. No surprise, we're going to do King and Queen. We really do need to get them up a little bit higher. Do one of those on that. We'll do one on the King. So they're all kind of done around the same time, more or less, right? And that leaves us with 18 million gold left over. Man, and that's just a buttload of gold. I don't want to do something like the Eagle because that's going to take so ungodly long as far as the amount of time that's going to go. I'm kind of tempted to do something like that. Dark Barracks. Bowlers are kind of cool. Eat Titans really aren't necessary. That's really not that necessary. I don't even got the money for that. I'm looking at Elixir upgrades regardless because I'm a schmo. I think actually we'll do an Inferno Tower that's 1.2, so I need to use up as much gold as humanly possible. which would be something like that. That leaves me 1.5, so that's almost perfect. Then we'll do something like this for the elixir that's left remaining. We'll do this. That's the definition of min-maxing right there. And we're going to, since they're upgrading, right, I just upgrade the Unicorn. Unicorn's one that will get a lot of usage even as this account grows and grows. So we'll do something like that. And yeah, let's, since I kind of scuffed the opening of this, I'm going to get you guys an extra set of upgrades. So let's do another set of upgrades, and then we'll do raid, and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're back. I got new headphones, right? New headphones for recording. I'm going to be wearing these now because it actually makes recording a little bit easier for me. Some weird reason it feels a little easier. I muffle myself, which in turn makes me talk louder, makes the audio a little better for you guys. Doesn't matter, whatever. We're here. We're upgrading. All right, got tons of money. We're going to do first things first. I want to upgrade this clone spell. We're still doing Super Yeti bombs, and I'm a huge fan. So I want to do that. Also, we have our first army camp to max level. Very, very, very exciting. We need to work on the rest of them now, though. And I actually have the money to do another one, so we're going to do one more. Now, albeit, by the time that is done, it'll probably be like the middle of the episode. It'll be on the other end of an attack, so it'll be a little bit. No surprise, we're going to do a couple more hero upgrades. I'm very tempted to do the Royal Champion as well, since they all take 3 days. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do all 3 of them. I contemplated not. Ooh, pet house. Do I have the money? I do, to upgrade the Yak. Not that it particularly matters, but I just want to maximize all the money I actually do have. I got 4 million left. It could be Dark Spell Factory. It could be Overgrowth. Overgrowth's actually not a bad shout. Dark Barracks, 5 days on a bowler. Or 6 days on that. Don't have the money for that. Don't have the money for that. And that's a recall. Don't have the money for that. So what we're going to do, we're actually probably going to do this. And I'm actually going to upgrade for the bowlers. We're going to do that. I'm so close to that 1,000 gem mark. We're going to put that on the Dark Barracks, save 6 hours. So that means it'll come off a day or so after all the heroes are done upgrading. Something like that. So we can do that. And we can have a whole bunch of heroes back again at the same time. So change back. Getting a lot of walls done. Not a lot of defenses done, though. But once we get these army camps done, which will probably be like at the end of this episode, those defenses will start to fly. So let's go ahead and let's go to a raid right now. I don't know if you guys got to see this attack in the last video, or if it was just that was when I started doing the potions and whatnot, but this is the attack that I've been using. It's 4 clones. Yes, you can see everything is boosted. Boosting my army gives me the option to do a ton of massive farming like this. I just drop 4 clones kind of all around the center, get Super Yetis, and those Electromites absolutely just destroy everything on the inside of that base. Now it's just left is from what's left of my max level heroes to just run over the bases. You can see there's absolutely no problem. Most bases like this, where they're styled, where there's a nice big core like that, makes it really easy. And something like this that was, excuse me, 1.4 million a piece and around 17,000 Dark Elixir was not going to be passed up by me. So this was an absolutely amazing haul here, and I have these pretty regularly, right? If you guys were curious and ever wanted to see me do stuff like this, I raid on these accounts all the time on stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Plug myself real quick. Feel free to take a look and see some of these there. I get some really nutty raids as far as like my Town Hall 15s and Undergo, because those are the one. Everything else is in Legends League. But some absolutely crazy loot, as you guys can see. Look at that 1-4-1-4-17. Beautiful, and I'm in gold, for Christ's sake, so that's absolutely awesome. But let's go to some more upgrades for you guys. We're back, and man, what an attack that was, I'm sure. Kyle of the past, good setup. We are actually now up to Crystal League, right? So we actually are going to take a free 250 gems just for getting to 2,000 trophies. Huge shout out to Supercell. That's a fantastic idea. Don't mind if I do. And this is going to surprise none of you guys. We're back, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to raid another army camp. We're going to be one away from being done. That's actually exciting. Having the army camps maxed is not going to be the biggest deal because we still need to upgrade some of our troops, right? But will be a nice improvement. Now we're actually going to be able to actually get our clone spell up as well. That I do believe that is 1 level away from max. Excuse me. Which will still be a really nice thing while we're using the Super Yeti bombs, right? So we're going to make sure we get that high priority now. We're back here too with the heroes. 105. I don't have enough to do these two and one of these, which is a little sad, but we're going to do King and Queen right there, the highest priority for us. Really, it's Queen. The King is not that high of a priority, but I don't want him to get that far behind because that will be absolutely devastating, at least to me. Let's see. Let's actually take a look at... he does 6 hours. So what we're actually going to do, we're actually going to assign him to that really quick. And that leaves us with 2 really big gold upgrades, right? So we got 6 days. That's too long. Can't do something like that. Don't need to be holding out that much longer. Let's see. Anything else I can do kind of big like that? 4 days on a Giga Inferno. I will gladly take that because that way this and that will get done probably around the same time, right? That's kind of what we're hoping for. Let's go for something else too. Expos, only a couple days, not exactly a very huge thing, right? I wish we had the elixir for... There's no way I have like a rune, is there? Y'all. I got an idea now. Let's do this. Let's do some more walls. Let us do a rune of elixir. And we can do an army camp. We just got to save 7.5. We can have army camps done. I did not even know that we had a rune. That's actually kind of wild. So we got 19. That means we need to be down to... We'll do this just to be safe in case my math's off. No, so I can do one more. Okay, cool. So we'll do one more wall. Boom. Upgrade army camp to the last level. Man, that's max for army camps. I'm actually about to have to need a progress base here in a minute. Oh, that's insane. I do believe we have one more set of upgrades. So let's go ahead and cut to that. All right, so we're back. Should be the last set of upgrades, right? And you guys can see, no surprise, we're maxed out on loot. We also have a full 300 troop capacity. That is so huge for us. I cannot understate that enough. How big that is going to be for this account, just having that full troop capacity. And before I forget it, we do need to make sure that we are leveling up the stuff we are still using, right? So what we're going to do now, clones are still getting used. I do believe this is the last stretch of clones I can upgrade, so I am very tempted to do something like that, but I'm actually going to do a Dragon Rider. Dragon Rider, I have noticed my armies have been suffering without a little bit. And we're actually are going to potion boost those. Not drastically, because I don't want to see... I don't want that to finish before everything else, so we're not going to do that. I actually am also going to do... Maybe I didn't need to do that, damn. I'm going to do something lengthy here, too. I am going to do the Hero Hall, because I want to be able to get max level troops. Right, that's going to be a huge thing. I do believe level 8 is max for the Hero Hall at this Town Hall. I'm not 100%. If I'm wrong, we'll move it back. If I'm right, we'll leave it where it is, and we'll be very happy about it. And to no surprise, we're going to come back over here to some more heroes with 148,000 Dark Elixir left to do. What do you guys think we're going to do? Of course, you know what we're going to do. We're going to do some Archer Queen. We're actually going to do a Royal Champion as well. I'm going to prioritize her more so than the Barbarian King I hope nobody's surprised. I hope you guys have learned from this point, either from me or from previous videos or streams, that she's definitely going to get the nod over him. 7-day experience for something like that. That's a long one, so I can't afford to put down some bigger stuff with those and not feel as bad about it. And we're going to do that exactly with the Eagle Artillery. It's going to be exactly what we do. And he's not available for anything. Ooh, but he can be... We're going to do it. Absolutely worth doing, so we're going to do that. We'll place him on the Eagle just so they kind of catch up and we'll back and forth those two when they get caught up. But I think only one will catch them up. That leaves us with 6 million left. Let's take a look at the levels of the storages. Are they all even? 14's all the way around, so that looks perfect. 19, 19. So I don't need to really worry about those right this second. The next most expensive thing I can do, because we do always tend to lean towards the more expensive, right? 100% truthfully. Ooh, was that enough? Oh, don't tell me that's not enough. No, I was so close to another level on my Gigaferno. Do I have... Rune of Gold, that's kind of cool. I could consider something like that. Oh, man, but if I do this... I think that's worth doing. Because I can always go to the extra... I can go to the extra extent on the pass and make sure that... that I get those extra medals, because if I do that, then I'll still have more to get the stuff, or I can get some more builder potions, which I actually might spend those on instead. But who really knows? But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for coming by and supporting. I do apologize for the mess up at the very start of this one. I believe it was this one that I screwed up at the very start. So again, I am so sorry, guys, but I appreciate your patience with me. We're going to put down Lassie too, just while we're sitting here shooting a shit about it, right? Why not? Just to keep doing stuff. So thank you guys for coming by. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other series you guys want to see me do in the comment section below. I'm always open to new stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, everybody.